Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of TED Excellence, the show in which we learn that you've got a friend in me. And I come to you live from my Corona bunker on the moon with Dogcat Fox, a Pepperjack, and all of you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. Terrific Thursday. Let's all put on a happy face. Yes. Welcome to Thursday. Hope you're all having a good week so far. Hope you've had a decent Thursday. Yes, let's all take a little breather from all of the chaos in the world and do some deep thinking. Some deep thinking from Seattle women, apparently, on your journey to true allyship. Unlike that fake allyship, I suppose. What will it mean? What does it mean? Well, we'll find out together. And who is finding out together with me this evening? Why, that would be Jaeger Pony, hello. Busy Beaver, hello. Matt Barnes, hello. Chicago Mike, hello. MC Zimzim, hello. McZimzim, hello. Zeke Weiss, hello. Swirl Blue, hello. Jamie Melquist, hello. Tack Alpaca, hello. Pie Guy 07, hello. Resolute Germ, hello. Johnny Hellcat, hello. No Name, hello. Bridget, hello. Robert Pincus, hello. Lurking Gopher, hello. And hello to everybody else, either now or in the future. Hello to you. So I did a TED Excellence, a sort of ambush TED Excellence earlier this week on Tuesday, underneath a title of which I had no idea what it meant. How to turn meaning into currency or something. And I'm pretty sure afterwards we all know that our speaker didn't know what she meant either. But I saved this one specifically because, given the state of things today, what does it mean to be a true ally? Hopefully we're not going to be talking in the geopolitical sense because I've heard enough of that over the last several days, but maybe just interpersonally, maybe. I don't know, but we'll find out together. Bingo card today. The bingo card today is bingo card C. C as in Cuddle Buddy. If you'd like to know what that's in reference to, well, you have to follow me on Twitter so you can see the weekly poll to decide which of the 3 bingo cards we'll be using for our TEDx this evening. The links to the bingo cards are in the description below this video. So, with all that, first and foremost, I owe everyone an apology, specifically Kiever Dam and Somnamnul Nation. Somnamnul Nation personally and Kiever Dam in spirit, as I forgot to circle the whole card at the end of the last episode, the ambush episode, even though I was directly reminded to circle the whole card. I am the lose, so I apologize for that. I circled it afterwards, if that matters. Probably doesn't, but anywho. With all that being said, this one clocks in at just over 15 minutes, so your regulation length TEDx. I'm going to start off with a few seconds for a sound test. You guys tell me if you can hear it, and then we will proceed.
Dear aspiring ally.
Dear aspiring ally. Oh, am I an aspiring ally? Oh, I suppose I am. I suppose at any point in time, I am a potential friend to someone else. But we're not talking about friends here, though, are we? No. Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer are nowhere to be seen. No, we're talking about allies. Allies, a very specific category. Sounds good, says Mike R. Jamie Milquist says yes. And Busy Beaver, is Busy Beaver Kiever Dam? Wait a second, am I being fooled? Either way, Busy Beaver has provided us, thankfully, the links to Shady Grin and his kitten's GoFundMes. I've pinned those to the top of the chat box. So yes, if you have an opportunity, please go take a look at those one or both of those 2 links to help out our friends or friends of their friends, Shady Grin and his kitten. Appreciate it. So, all right. Dear potential ally or aspiring ally. Yes, that's me. I am the aspiring ally. What can I do for you?
Go with me, will you?
Okay.
It's fall.
Yeah.
2019.
It is.
Now, for me, much of it was a blur.
Mm-hmm.
I have never worked so hard in my life.
Ooh, what do you do for a living?
I'm talking we pulled all-nighters, constant email streams, different requests and requirements from Secret Service.
What?
My birthday was in August, and I took off, but I didn't really get to take off.
The Secret Service. Okay, now I really want to know what she does for a living.
You see, at the time, I was working in what I deemed to be my dream career.
Uh-huh.
I was a corporate meeting and event planner.
Okay. How did the Secret Service tie into this?
Now, the months that I gave up, I considered it a sacrifice. As far as I was concerned, it was well worth it. After all, I'd been given the rare opportunity to host an event where the president, Barack Obama, would be the speaker.
Oh my gosh. Barack Obama. Oh my gosh. That's why the Secret Service was there. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense now. All right.
So picture it. The day comes.
Yes.
The 5 a.m. call time,
Yeah.
perfectly fine by me.
Okay.
The sooner I could get out of bed, the sooner I could reap the benefits of having completed this event.
Uh-huh.
The weather was beautiful.
Yes.
The lighting was set.
Uh-huh.
Decor in place. The attendees were chatty.
Yes.
The food was delicious.
Uh-huh.
And the libations and laughter were flowing.
Oh my gosh. Well, everything must have been perfect. Obviously, it all went off without a hitch.
Before I knew it, it was 6 p.m. And I was signing off on my last agreement and waving goodbye to the last person that I needed to keep my belt and shoes on for.
Your belt and shoes. I don't know if I've heard that phrase before, but I mean, I'll take it for what it's worth. Thank you, Busy Beaver, a.k.a. Keever Dam. Yes, I'm Keever Dam. Second shift and pointless meetings are a bitch. I can empathize. But hopefully, Keever Dam, we will collectively, as a collective, keep you distracted and or entertained as much as possible. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your support, Bartles and James. Oh, yeah? Yeah, okay.
I did it.
You did what?
But it felt bittersweet.
Okay.
Sweet, because the event went off without a hitch.
Oh, okay.
Bitter, because what should have been this celebratory moment only ended up being another opportunity for me to experience microaggressions, discrimination, and just being set up for failure.
Oh my gosh, microaggressions. Well, we're on the board. Let's go to the bingo card. And we have got microaggression / unconscious bias. Oh boy. Don't have to guess at that one. Going to circle free space just reflexively. Let's go over the card once, just for our reminder to keep an eye or an ear out for. Plays victim. Well, you could almost say that because she's complaining about microaggressions that but we'll see what she says. Leaves out vital context, not yet. Weightless example. Don't know what the argument is yet. Anecdote that probably never happened. The only one she's given is that she arranged an event starring Barack Obama. I can believe that. Benevolent condescension, we'll probably get there. Self-vilification or wretchedness, I'd be surprised. Feminism, possibly. Childhood or family anecdote, possibly. Privilege, it's possible. Sales pitch for product or service. And just as a note, her simply mentioning her personal career, etc., does not mean she's pitching product or service unless she names the company or puts something else forward, like an app or something. Not yet. Patriarchy, no. Wage gap, not yet. Mind reading assumes motives. We'll see. Attempt to coin new buzzword, buzz phrase? Not yet. Word salad? Nope. Diversity, equity, and inclusion? If we're already hearing about microaggressions, I'd be surprised if we don't, but we'll see. Marginalized, marginalization? No. Contradicts own point or argument? Not yet. Systemic, institutional? Again, not yet. A list, and again, it has to be a formal list of some kind where she ticks off like the first, the second, the third, or has a bullet point, PowerPoint presentation or something. White supremacy? Not yet. Make something about race, sex, etc. for no reason. Remember, that has to be a non sequitur, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about race or sex, but just she brings something up, and then it never pays off. That's what to keep an eye out for. And collectivize his own demographic. Again, I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see. Anyway, so far, microaggressions, unconscious bias, and free space. Let's continue.
You see, a few days prior to the start of that event, I would read the documentation that listed me as the lead of this event.
Okay.
However, my name had been struck, and the title was given to me as a catering manager.
Oh my God. Was that intentional, or was that A clerical error.
The night before the event, I would build a makeshift photo booth. There was a limited number of people that could be photoed with President Barack Obama.
A photo booth with limited number of people to be okay.
Little did I know that after placing the flag in the corner and walking away that night, it would be the last time I would see the photo booth, let alone Obama.
Okay, I'm obviously missing something. What?
You see, I was even told the day of, if I so much as pull out my cell phone to capture an image, I'd be reprimanded.
You and everyone else, I'm assuming, correct? It wasn't just you.
I cried myself to sleep that night.
Okay, I'm circling plays victim. I wasn't sure. But now I am. So yeah, plays victim. Okay. Moving on.
This story is painful.
I'm sorry. Those are your painful complaints. Someone got your job title wrong, and then the people in charge of the president's security and or press denied you the opportunity of taking out your cell phone to take a picture of the president yourself. You know, probably because getting a picture with the president was costing other people money, and for you to just sort of wing it would kind of defeat the purpose of it being an exclusive encounter. I'm just guessing. I mean, I've never done event planning before, and certainly not around the president, but I'm just guessing. And I don't think I'm too far off base. A couple other hellos real quick. Ebony Williams, hello. Old Guy Gamer, hello. JMK, hello. Danosaurus Crack, hello. And Zui Atawari. Zuxi Atawari. End of the alphabet, Altawari. That's all. That's all. And Peter Silak Hades 313. Hope you're having fun in Australia. Okay, so you had the worst night of your life. You got miscategorized, and you didn't get to take a picture of a Barack Obama with your cell phone. Oh, the pain. And then?
But I share it because it brought about what I believe was a full circle, life-changing moment.
Oh.
Now, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. I'd had my share of time spent with planning events with influentials. After all, I'd planned events with the NFL, the Golden State Warriors, Super Bowl, worked with some of the top health professionals. I worked in education, tech, you name it.
And at no point in any of those prior events, there were restrictions on cell phone or pictures being taken of the talent/celebrity outside of paying customers. I guess I'll just have to take your implied word for it.
When it came to meetings and events, I could plan these things with my eyes closed and my hands behind my back.
But...
Listen, I'm from Louisiana. I have that charm that would go over well with what we would call VIPs in the meeting and event industry.
Oh, well, don't break your arm patting yourself on the back or nothing.
The thing that I wasn't very good at was being a token employee.
Whoa. Well, wait a second. Okay, and I'm happy to be corrected here. None of the examples she gave, unless you decide to somehow construe them in such a way that is beyond reason, said anything about you being tokenized. Someone made some kind of correction that was an error, a clerical or otherwise, on your job title, and then you refused the opportunity to use your cell phone to take a picture of the president. Which, again, I doubt it was just you that had that restriction upon them. But that told you you had been tokenized. Did you suspect you were hired only because of certain elements of your physical characteristics, or what? Because nothing there says that.
So, remember that full circle moment that I talked about?
I'm still waiting to hear exactly what that was.
Remember how my title had been deduced to catering manager after I'd spent an entire fall giving up my life. So some years prior to that.
Okay, your ego was bruised, right? Your ego was bruised. That's what happened. Now, you haven't told us who made that change. You haven't told us why they made that change, but you're just interpreting that as a personal slight. Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, let us say for the sake of argument that it was. That somebody in that organization, someone in the planning committee, someone somewhere had to categorize you or decided to put in a title just to make you feel bad. Can you get over it? Were you not paid? What?
Giving up my life. So some years prior to that, I lived in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
I would pack a U-Haul, and I would drive 27 hours straight. Well, not straight, but 27 hours total. And I ended up in San Francisco, California.
You ended up just arbitrarily?
At the time, I had been working as an event manager in a entrepreneurial capacity.
Okay.
My goal was to take that experience back into corporate America. I went to San Francisco State University and signed up for a fast track meeting and event certification program.
Where are we going? Cue the clip from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Get on with it.
I would attend class 8 hours a day, 3 weeks, weekends included. I'll never forget saying to the instructor, I can't wait to work in pharmaceutical meetings and events.
I mean, that is a very specific dream. So I hope you finally achieved it.
She replied to me, oh, honey, I don't know why they let you black gals sign up for this only to waste your time and money. The only place I've ever seen them hire someone like you is maybe looking to inn and banquet services. I'll never forget the look on some of my classmates' faces. They were visibly mortified.
Okay, who here believes that anecdote to be truthful? I'll give you a second on that one. Thank you, Mr. Tickletrunk, for the happy, smiley, lovely dog cat fox. Oh, dog cat fox.
Whoa, wee. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, dog cat fox. Thank you, Mr. Tickletrunk. Appreciate it. Do we believe that? Let's see. I got a Mr. Tickletrunk. Nope. Or I got an X to doubt. No name says X to doubt. Jaeger Pony says nope. Assassin of the Gray never happened. That would be a lawsuit. Roger Reynolds, Fat X. Pie Guy 07 denied. Lurking Gopher X. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to circle anecdote that probably never happened on the card, on the board right now. So, moving on.
A few of them pulled me to the side after class and apologized on her behalf. I also heard that a group of them went and reported her to the powers that be.
And you didn't? Okay.
That class ended on a Saturday. By Wednesday, I'd been hired as the manager of events for the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce.
Well, gosh, this is, if I didn't know any better, I'd think this wasn't a TEDx so much as a humble brag session, but I my brain must be somewhere else.
I couldn't wait to get to my computer and let the instructor know.
Oh, okay. Well, I got your revenge then, didn't you?
And that's been years now, and I've yet to hear back from her.
Oh, yeah, it's been years now, but you can carry a grudge, real or otherwise, for the rest of your life. Yeah. Thank you, Matt Barnes. Just like the WWF, if the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen. Yeah. Sounds a bit too much for me. Anyway, thank you, Matt Barnes. Pause for applause.
So here I was.
Yes.
At the end of what should have been the pinnacle of my career.
The end of what should have been the pinnacle. So you're on the downslope. Okay, if you say so.
But it ended up being heartbreak. And at that time, I just kept remembering what the instructor told me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, perhaps she was right.
But she was demonstrably not right, because the very first job you got after the class was with the Chamber of Commerce, which disproved her point, which you sent an email to gloat about. Why would you think the instructor was right? Because someone changed your job title and then wouldn't let you take a picture of the president without paying first? Suddenly the teacher's correct?
Yes, I'd gotten through some coveted doors and done a whole lot more than just be in banquet services at La Quinta Inn.
Uh-huh, which is the prediction she made for you. So how is she now correct?
But at what cost?
I don't know. At what cost did you exceed your racist purported teacher's expectations and have a successful career in event planning all the way up to the point of NFL and celebrities and musicians and the president of the United States? I don't know. What was the cost?
I mean, having gone through this and expecting to be in celebration and having it hurt so bad, it placed me in this position that...
Whoa, wait a second. Okay. The event was not about you. You are paid to present and arrange the event. Did they pay your fee? Did the check clear? That is about as much celebration as any of us can likely expect to have in life when it comes to doing our job. Anything after that is cream cheese. But it sure sounds like you were expecting something more than being paid for your work, and you didn't get it, and that's just a meteor into your reality. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Being able to put on my resume for future clients that I pulled off a perfect, flawless, successful event for Barack Obama, I think that would be payment in and of itself when I'm having to shop my services around to future potential clients for more money. But okay, you weren't celebrated. And
this and expecting to be in celebration and having it hurt so bad, it placed me in this position that many might refer to as rock bottom.
You got your title wrong, and you couldn't take a picture of Barack Obama with your cell phone, and that was your rock bottom? Holy cats, lady, you live an absolutely cloud nine life if that is your rock bottom. Okay, you know what this is? You know what this is? This is that was any sense of sympathy I might have had bundled up deep down inside of me for you going away.
I mean, I questioned my sanity and even my will to live.
You know what? On that first one, I might agree with you. On that second one, yeah. Your will to live. Whoa. Ebony Williams brings up a good point, as she often does. Scribely, did you put down self-vilification or wretchedness? Yeah, sure sounds like it. If she's talking about like the ending her own life and everything over this, yeah, no, I agree. That has now been circled. Okay, so this was the worst thing to happen to you since you didn't get that pony for your 16th birthday. Oh, man. Johnny Hellcat, thank you so much. They misspelled my name, and then came the heroin. It reminds me of the one we did a few weeks back where it was like they mispronounced my name or they gave me a nickname I didn't like, and suddenly my life was ruined. Okay. I'm honestly hoping. I'm honestly hoping that maybe I've misheard her or she's going to provide some kind of context that lessens the blow of that particular bank of nonsense.
And even my will to live at this point.
Okay.
And then I remembered the students, my classmates, the ones that spoke up to me.
Spoke up for you, I thought.
I thought to myself, at that time, I didn't even really understand words such as microaggressions, allyship, tokenism. I certainly didn't realize how valuable it was for them to go and speak up on my behalf.
I'm not sure that you, at this point, you understand what those words mean. Except in the sense of microaggressions, wherein you can take anything that you deem a slight and transmogrify it into an intentional racist / sexist / name your ist motivation. Allyship, tokenism. I think it's that third one there, tokenism. I haven't heard anything here that stands as an example of tokenism. Allyship, sure. The kids in your class who purportedly spoke up for you after the teacher said something that would immediately get her fired at any point in the recent history of things. Yeah, okay, those were the allies. Microaggressions, yes, you practiced microaggressions by taking completely ambiguous events and turning them into obviously world-shattering crises. But the tokenism one, you still haven't convinced me of the tokenism part, even in the abstract. So
in this moment, having to remember them made me realize that there was good in the world.
Having to remember them. This is all self-generated. You are doing this to yourself.
And I thought to myself,
yeah,
what if in my corporate career, I had people to stand up for me and speak up for me the way that my classmates did?
Why would you? Okay, I think you have. Okay, I'm about to circle contradict some pointer argument, because she has just spent the better part of the last 6 minutes rattling off to us her massively successful career history. From immediately her first job out of school, getting the Chamber of Commerce of San Francisco, and then athletes and celebrities and presidents. Where was this big speed bump? Where was this big obstacle that, only if I'd had allies, then where? What was the barrier that you could not overcome by yourself if your career has spanned all of this success leading up to the President of the United States? Okay, I'm going to circle contradicts own pointer argument, because if she needs to give us a rock solid example right now of what she's talking about. At what point, aside from a purportedly, and I underscore the word purportedly, racist teacher, did she hit some kind of stumbling block that would otherwise require allies because she couldn't make it on her own?
Perhaps, had I had that, I never would have considered suicide.
Okay. As ridiculous as the motivation is that she has given thus far for considering suicide, do not consider suicide. I don't care what your motivation is. Don't do it. Even if I think your motivation is ridiculous, even more so, don't do it. So I just want to make it clear, I am not trying to make comedy out of someone who became suicidal, even if I think that their reasons are ridiculous. And I have to say, possibly deceitful. But either way, that's the message here. If you're feeling suicidal for any particular reason, call for help. Seriously. No, I'm not being facetious here. Seriously. That's my PSA, if nothing else, for this episode.
Thank God that didn't work.
Yes, regardless of what I may think of your story so far, I am glad that you are alive.
See, I had a successful business.
But I thought how could you have a successful business without allies? Or are you talking about not having allies there when you needed them, when you were feeling suicidal? Is that what you mean? You had no, I don't know, you had no friends, no family, no one to call, or maybe you felt like you couldn't. I can understand that. I've been there. What are we talking about?
A best-selling book.
Oh. Well, keep on bragging.
And a TEDx stage waiting on the other side for me.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, and obviously TEDx has to be the pinnacle of your life's achievements.
My classmates demonstrated true allyship that day.
In the scenario you presented, I suppose I have to agree.
You see, that teacher insinuated that I did not deserve to walk through certain doors.
No, there was no insinuation. No, it wasn't. Okay, the story you told, there was no subtlety. There was no undercurrent. It was right in your face, the anecdote you gave us. Okay. So, but here's the thing, and in your own story, it indicates this. If your classmates hadn't done it for you, you would not have spoken up. You would not have contacted her superiors. You couldn't have. You didn't have that ability. What? You need allies? I mean, it sounds like everything else you've listed off to us so far has been completely self-generated and self-realized. What do you need allies for?
My classmates made it clear that this was unacceptable.
Yeah, and so what? I mean, even if we believe your anecdote is true, even if we believe that story is absolutely true, what she said had zero effect on your success. At best, she was a jerk in life. One of, I'm sure, many, because we all have jerks in our lives. But years ago, before your career even began, this is the first, only, and most important example of allyship. Thank you, Matt Barnes. My life sucks so bad, I got to write a book and be on camera talking. A successful event planning career. I pulled off a perfect event with the president, except I got my feelings hurt. I also got paid, but, that's secondary to... Oh, my gosh.
Now, racism is a big topic in this country.
You don't say.
And in my day-to-day, white folks are always saying, Tally, how can I be a part of the solution?
I'm sure every day white folks are saying, how can I be part of the solution? Actually, you know what? I bet in the circles in which she travels, that might actually be true. That might actually be true. So we've already done the anecdote that probably never happened once, so we'll move on.
And I always give one answer.
Oh, is one a list? No, not really.
And if you don't remember anything else from this talk, I want you to remember this.
Oh, okay. All right. I am ready. I am ready to be educated because I'm pretty sure I'll remember nothing more than this after this talk. So what do you got for me?
True allyship is opening doors for the marginalized that they cannot open for themselves.
Marginalization. Circling that on the board. All right. So, according to our speaker, who obviously needs allies, she has no ability to open doors for herself. Okay. That's good to know. That sounds a little racist. I don't know. Maybe that's just me if I'm to think of certain people in certain demographics as inherently disabled and incapable. For some reason, that comes across to me as a little bit condescending and discriminatory, but maybe that's just me.
True allyship It's opening doors for the marginalized that they cannot open for themselves.
Okay, so you, because you need allies, are inherently incapable. That's what cannot means. You lack the ability. Just want to make sure I understand how you are classifying yourself right now.
Now, allyship is a hot topic.
No, a top hat, a trench coat, and a cane is hot topic, or at least classic hot topic. But these days, I wouldn't walk in there if my life depended on it. I'm telling you.
Everybody kind of wants to wear like this badge of honor.
Well, you're right. Everybody does. And in one way, shape, or form, it ends up on their profile on Twitter
These days.
Mm-hmm.
But as you pursue your good ally badge, I'd like to give you 3 key points.
Oh, a list, 3 key points. That's a list. All right. Well, I am currently pursuing my allyship badge. So what do I need to do? Oh, good Scouts honor, and good timing there, Scouts honor, to earn my allyship badge.
To consider.
Oh, 3 points to consider. Okay, well, we'll get to those just in a second because thank you, Scrappy Pirate. How maliciously narcissistic this concept is. Quote, there's inherent barriers, unquote. Also, quote, I'm so great for defeating them, unquote. Also, quote, I would have been better off, unquote. Yeah. Here's my storied and continually rising successful career. Here's my accomplishments. Here's this, that, and the others. Oh, but thank goodness I had allies back at that one thing that happened at school that had zero effect on my career. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right. What are the 3 things I need to keep in mind as I pursue my allyship badge?
Number 1. Allyship is a journey.
Is it an emotional labor? Is it hard work? Does it involve difficult conversations?
And not a destination.
Oh, okay.
This is not something that you can quickly done. And I always say there's something about this white savior and their need for speed.
Oh, yeah. There's something about this white savior and their need for speed. Yeah, that's just how white people operate. It's just racism is a big topic in this country.
And it's not that same anxiousness that marginalized people have.
No.
It's that the white person gets an epiphany, a light bulb moment.
Oh, tell me more about how the white person thinks and how the white person operates. I'm fascinated to know because, racism is a big topic, a big hot topic in this country these days. Yeah. Okay.
They discover, racism really is real.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine why I would think that. Person who's telling me how white people operate. Why would I think racism's real?
And then they think that they can just run out there and kind of fix it in this checkbox one and done kind of way.
Yeah, don't they know their place?
Well, let's take Johnny, for example.
Johnny? Ooh, like who's Johnny? Johnny 5? Or Johnny Mnemonic? Or Johnny Hellcat?
Johnny, aspiring ally.
Johnny, aspiring ally. It sounds like we're about to have one of those black and white infomercials they'd have at the beginning of Mystery Science Theater 3000 or something. Johnny, aspiring ally.
Johnny has decided that he's going to go to the last neighborhood in his city that has not been gentrified.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Johnny's going to do this. All right.
He's going to offer himself up to help.
Oh, okay, to help. All right, so Johnny's a do-gooder.
And so Johnny shows up in his red cape.
Is this super or something? It doesn't bode well. But okay, yeah, Johnny shows up in his red cape. I'll back up a second.
He's going to offer himself up to help.
Uh-huh.
And so Johnny shows up in his red cape, his bullhorn, bells ablazing, and he looks around and he says, what could these poor people use?
Yes, that's how people operate. All right, so Johnny in his red cape. Johnny got his gun. Johnny in his red cape and his bullhorn and his What'd you say, like bells or something? All right. What help could they use?
And he notices a wall. And Johnny decides that the wall looks atrocious.
The wall looks atrocious. Oh, is Johnny going to paint that wall? Is he going to build that wall? Is he going to muralize that wall? Thank you, Jaeger Pony. If ever a speaker needed to be pelted with rotten fruit, it's this lady. I tell you, this is, I often say, and it is often true, that the TEDx stage ends up being effectively a window into the mind of the speaker more than it is a reflection of the world around us. But whoa, I'm not sure that red circle can contain an ego the size of our speakers, but we shall see.
He also decides that he has everything it takes to make the wall look better. So he calls up his friends, he orders all of the supplies, and he goes to work.
Okay.
Now he live streams it on Instagram Live and, all of the social feeds.
Yeah, which of course I'm sure nothing you would ever do yourself about anything that you do in life that you're proud of, but yeah, okay, all right.
And a lot of people question Johnny's authenticity.
Oh, his authenticity. Okay, all right. Why is that?
But I want to give Johnny the benefit of the doubt.
Do you? Do you really? Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you're giving Johnny the benefit of the doubt.
Most of the time, when people pursue allyship, they have very good intentions.
Yes, they do. And we all know that the road to hell is paved with politicians. But anyway.
So he works on the wall, and then he steps back, and he wipes the sweat from his brow, and he looks around, expecting gratitude and applause.
Oh, sort of like, I don't know, you did an event and you got paid for it and you were expecting special privileges? Something like that?
But instead, he's met by a member of the community who says, oh no.
Yeah?
Didn't anyone tell you that wall is a space for the elders and children to express themselves?
Well, gosh. Oh, did no one tell you that you're not allowed to take pictures of the president with your cell phone? Golly.
Dear aspiring ally, pace yourself.
Okay, how did fixing up the wall deny them that ability? I mean, what? Okay, your story lacked an element, and I can imagine what it might be, but you didn't give it to us, so the story kind of falls apart. If you had said Johnny came upon a wall that was full of what he saw as graffiti, and then he and his friends all painted over nice and clean and pristine and, gunmetal gray and everything. And then you said, oh, well, Johnny, you just destroyed this. That would have had a better impact. But you just said the wall didn't look good or the wall needed fixing up. So while your story would have still been ridiculous, it's even less effective without that little element in there to show that Johnny was not aware or made assumptions or jumped to conclusions ahead of those people that lived in the area. So next time, maybe, and this is just me being an ally. This is my trying to earn that. I'm pacing myself. I'm taking my time to make sure I explain, because I have to be able to open that door that you cannot open yourself. Your story needs a little bit more spice. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
If you truly believe that you have what it takes to quickly fix a problem that has been stewing over centuries, that is unrealistic.
Can you give me a real-world active example? Because your hypothetical one, again, lacked specifics. I know how I would have spiced it up a little bit, but that's beside the point. And what does any of this have to do with you getting your feelings hurt at the Barack Obama event? I'm waiting for that one. Oh, and also, in that same vein, does that mean that your classmates in the classroom, when they decided to become allies, what they did was actually not good or not enough? Or What exactly is the appropriate way to jump to someone's defense without asking any questions first? I'm not quite sure I understood that. Thank you, Matt Barnes. Well, you see, he's not black, so she never said anything about Johnny's race. I mean, she said he wore a cape and he had a bullhorn, but she left that element out too. I mean, she was trying to make that point. She should have said, Johnny's white. I mean, I guess you could take it as an implication, but she never said it. So, again, another little piece of storytelling advice that she probably needs.
Number two. Arm yourselves with knowledge and humility.
Knowledge and humility. Okay. So pace myself, arm myself with knowledge and humility. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. Johnny 5, alive, walks into neighborhood, sees a wall that for unspecified reasons needs to be fixed up. So he needs to pace himself. He should ask first before painting on someone else's property. Honestly, in any situation, I think that makes perfect sense. Okay. Arm myself with knowledge and humility. Okay.
Now, I understand that a lot of you go and seek education, and I also understand that allyship feels good.
But
a few things. If all you're getting is warm and fuzzies from your approach to allyship, probably not doing it right.
Okay, so the only way to make sure I'm doing allyship right is if I'm cold and miserable. Boy, I'm learning so much right now.
If your education avoids using words like white supremacy.
Oh, white supremacy! Well, I know my education doesn't avoid that because it's right there on the bingo card. White supremacy is on the board. Any other words you'd like to throw out there? We have several squares left open on the bingo card.
White privilege.
Oh, privilege! Oh my gosh, we're just going down the line here. Privilege on the board. Anything else?
Even racist. Probably not doing the best job at it. Take Casey, for example.
Casey? I thought, have we abandoned Johnny? Okay.
Casey's an aspiring ally.
An aspiring ally. Okay, Casey, aspiring ally.
Now, Casey has her list of all the top anti-racism books on her fridge.
Ooh, Ibram X. Kendi?
She's learned all the lingo.
Ooh, white fragility?
She knows exactly what to type on social media.
But it's not enough, is it? It's just not enough.
Even when got her a certification in DEI and anti-racism.
Oh, yeah. And you know how much of a value add that is to when you would want to become a DEI consultant? None, as we learned from our previous stream about DEI consultancy, that you really don't need any kind of credentials whatsoever. It doesn't hurt, I suppose. It doesn't necessary. But anyway, yeah, okay. So Casey is a well-meaning kind of person, I'm sure, who has read the books by the people that know the subject matter, right? And she went to the effort. She took the time to learn about DEI and get certified by someone who purports to be an expert. Okay. All right. Casey did all of this. She spent all this time getting herself knowledgeable, and then...
Because accolades are important, right?
Accolades are important. Yes, they are. I obviously, otherwise, why would you list off every single accomplishment of your storied career up to the president? I believe you. Accolades are important. They're very important to you.
And so Casey heard about Johnny's wall snafu, and she turned her nose up and thought, what a fool.
Yeah, what a fool.
But I would tell Casey,
yes,
to temper her enthusiasm with a little bit of humility.
Okay. So humility. All right. You must be humble. Yes, that's a good ally is humble, is reflective and subservient, deferential. Yes, humble. Yes. Okay. I'm doing my best. Humble. Right.
Because I know that we are so focused on accolades and certain types of education that seem to be our go-to.
Yeah, like, people getting your title right at an event planning situation. Yeah, like that. It's like that.
But when you truly, truly want to be an ally,
Yes.
you
yes.
must turn away from that standard textbook education and look to the marginalized that you seek to serve.
The marginalized. Could you? I'm sorry. Could you dehumanize anyone anymore with a statement like that? The marginalized. Like they're another species or something, which isn't in any way, shape, or form implicitly racist. No. But okay, all right. Go on.
When doing that, that allows you to understand the ins and outs of their lives.
Really? Can I understand the ins and outs of their lives? Can I ever assume to know the ins and outs of their lives? Isn't that me not being humble? Isn't that hedging into Johnny territory?
You can't truly be an effective ally until you understand these people.
These people. Man, okay, keep going, shovel tongue. The hole isn't deep enough yet.
What is it that moves them? What drives them? What motivates them? What makes them cry? What makes them laugh? What keeps them up at night?
I don't know. What should I assume of someone's temperament, thoughts, and feelings on the basis of their skin color? You tell me. I need to know this stuff. This is valuable information. How shall I assume to know the content of the marginalized character?
Where are they thriving? Where could they potentially use your help?
Oh, gosh, well, I hope not on a wall, because Lord knows I'd make a mistake there.
That's what it takes.
Okay, so read all the books. Even though your own graphic showed a bunch of books, the books aren't enough. Go to the people. These people. The marginalized. Like they're the Morlocks or something from the Time Machine. Come on.
The other thing, when you go into these environments.
These environments. What is these environments? What qualifies as these environments exactly?
You must be willing to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Of course. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yes. Be miserable. As long as you're miserable, you know you're doing it right.
If you go into these environments, and you see a wall that you believe needs to be painted, I want you to lean into your curiosity. In fact, no matter what you feel as you do this, I want you to lean into your curiosity.
Like, who owns that wall, and can I get permission to do something with the wall? Like that kind of curiosity first and foremost? I don't know.
You see the wall, stop and ask questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, most reasonable people would. Yeah. Oh, but I guess certain people wouldn't, right? Certain people would think a particular way about reality and everything, and just kind of, in these environments.
You see a group of people in the neighborhood that are working, and you feel that you could make them move faster. Please first stop and ask questions.
What? I see a group of people working, and I think I could make them work faster. My imagination can go in a zillion different directions with that one. What are you talking about?
You feel overwhelmed, confused. Stop and ask questions. Even if you find yourself feeling offended, please stop and ask questions.
Oh, okay. Well, how many questions did you ask about your name or your title change at the event? How many questions did you ask about being told not to take pictures of the president with your cell phone? Did you stop and ask questions? How many questions did you ask of your teacher when she said something purportedly offensive to you? Wait. You, I'm sorry. Asking questions is kind of like opening a door, right? And obviously, you cannot open those doors for yourself, right? Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. Getting her job title wrong keeps her up at night. Apparently so. Since 2019. Now, I didn't catch when this was recorded, but I'm assuming it was sometime later than 2019. So.
Number three.
Oh, yes, I know. It is an emotional labor. I know this is tough. Talking down to everyone while at the same time completely diminishing yourself, while at the same time completely building yourself up. I know it's tough, but we can get through this together. I'm here for you as an ally.
Use your privilege for good.
Okay.
Okay?
Because every other day I'm using my privilege for evil.
And I want you to create what I call this very personalized allyship plan and journey.
Oh, what I call? Oh, those are the magic words. New buzzword, buzz phrase. I see you. I'm circling you. Oh, boy.
And I know some people have flinched at the word privilege.
Gosh, I know. I have cringed internally. Of course, you said it earlier, too. But whatever.
A lot of white folks say, "Oh, I'm not privileged." What do you
Yeah, the white folks. Oh, those white folks. I know how those white folks think. Oh, yeah, racism's a hot topic in this country these days.
What are you talking about? My life is hard. Went through some stuff.
Yeah, but your stuff, you might have gone through some stuff, but did you get your job title incorrectly written down at an event you planned? You might have been through some stuff, but were you denied taking a picture of the president with your cell phone? I mean, really?
And I tell you, I agree with you.
Oh, do you agree with me? Really? You agree with me what? What do you agree with me with? That not everybody's life is easy because they're white? Do you? Then okay. Well, then what do you mean?
I know that you hurt just like I hurt.
Are you sure about that? Mind reading assumes motives. If we didn't already have it before, we certainly have it now. Mind reading assumes motives. Boy, oh boy, we're going all over the place on the card tonight, but no bingos yet. I'm keeping an eye on it. No bingos yet.
You feel pain just...
Do you feel pain just like I do? Are you human like I am?
I know that you hurt just like I hurt.
Uh-huh.
You feel pain just like I feel pain.
I don't know that I actually feel pain the same way you feel pain. I could be wrong. But I think that if I had my job title incorrectly written down, or if I was told, hey, you can't take pictures of the president with your cell phone, but I still got a paycheck at the end of the night, I think I would feel either at best, or I should say at worst, disappointed than staying up nights and having that as the greatest slight that ever came down upon you professionally ever as your TEDx subject. I don't know that I feel pain the same way you do. I just not sure, at least emotional pain.
You go through losses just like I go through losses.
I don't know, because here's the thing. Everybody's life is different. I can't make assumptions about the quality of your life just by looking at you. Likewise, you can't make assumptions about the quality of my life just by looking at me. Unless, of course, you follow a particular ideology that tells you everything you need to know without actually having to think too hard about it. So no, I don't know what you feel. No, I don't know what your life is like. You don't know mine. That's why making glittering generalizations about people, especially on the basis of their skin color, doesn't make you look good. I don't know if you know that. Busy Beaver, benevolent condescension. What the heck just happened there? Did I have aphasia? Benevolent condescension. Yes, indeed. You are correct. Yes, you are correct. As I do my bad Ed McMahon impression. Okay. Benevolent condescension. Yeah. Okay. Boy, oh boy, we're just a couple away from a bingo, guys. Just a couple away. All right. Yeah, we all feel this. You know how I feel. Okay. All right. You've got exactly 2 minutes left in this presentation. Wow me.
But you have and you will never experience these losses and this pain as a result of your skin color.
Oh, really? Really? You mean I'm never going to be diminished as a person on the basis of my skin color? I'm never going to be assessed in the quality and condition of my life on the basis of my skin color. I'm never going to be assumed to have some kind of advantage and easy street and never have any hardships on the basis of my skin color. I'm never going to have undercut in my life the magnitude of my successes or the seriousness of my downfalls on the basis of my skin color. Oh, gosh, I guess I never will. So tell me again. Tell me again about white privilege. Tell me again about the girl I dated who decided to inform me of this and then laugh at me about it. Imagine that. Imagine that. It's never going to happen to me. Gosh, you're right. You're right. It's never going to happen. I will never know that pain or that discomfort. Yeah, you are. Gosh, yeah.
And then each of you have your own unique set of privileges and perks.
Oh,
certain people that you know, certain education that you've been exposed to, certain people that have influenced you.
Yeah. I have access to things you don't. I really do. That's why only I can open doors for you who cannot, right? That's how you want me to assess you. Or, sorry, no, that's how you want me to assess the marginalized.
Knowledge, activities, access.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've never hosted an event with the president. I wonder why that is. Do I don't have enough white privilege for that one?
Things that many of the marginalized people in your life will never be privy to.
Never. I can just assume that. I can just know that for a fact. If I've classified someone as marginalized, I know that their life is of a diminished quality than mine. Well, I am learning something new every day.
So I want you to think about those things and use it as the very foundation of this allyship plan and journey that I speak of.
Oh, man, your allyship plan and journey is it's high on my list of things to really, really integrate into my lifestyle.
You see, as you're doing that, I would want you to ask yourself, what is it that I know? What is it that I can teach? What doors can I open? Who do I know in high places? That's allyship.
So I should do this for anybody who is categorized as marginalized, since they couldn't do that for themselves. I mean, I couldn't just do it because I meet somebody and I decide that I'd be nice and help them out regardless of what they look like or how I categorize them. Okay. No. How can I help you? I mean, since you need it, right? Since you cannot help yourself, what can I do for you? What connections can I make for you? What strings can I pull? What influencers can I tap the shoulder of on your behalf?
Dear aspiring ally.
Yes.
Your inclination to hear my voice in this moment without resistance, that's allyship.
No, that's called content. That's really my only motivation for listening to this in the first place is just,
To go and share this message with your family and friends, that's allyship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll tell all my family and friends that they need to look upon people in the quote unquote category of marginalized as inherently deficient people. Yeah, that's a great message. Boy, just hold me back from just ringing that out in the town square.
to search yourself through and through for how I might be able to open doors. That's allyship. The best thing about that is that that can be done today.
Oh, can it?
I have, I want to leave you with this awareness.
If there's something I need more than anything else, it's awareness. I don't have enough dots on my Vampire the Masquerade sheet of that, so give me some more awareness.
I want to leave you with this awareness. The very thing that you may be taking for granted could be the very thing that drastically changes or even saves the lives of the marginalized around you.
Yeah, because obviously anyone who is not marginalized couldn't possibly need any kind of consideration, assistance, or help in life. Obviously.
Dear aspiring ally, your commitment to approaching allyship in the way that I have presented, make sure that you're doing it. It is a long-standing process, that it's effective and that it's sustainable.
It's true. It's true. Minimizing the capabilities of devaluing and assessing the judgment of people on the basis of nothing more than their skin color is a long-standing process. In fact, it's a very hot topic in America today.
You doing that and committing to doing that is allowing me to embrace yet another full circle and life-changing moment.
Well, as long as you are taken care of, then I guess I can be complete.
And for that, I thank you. My time.
Okay. I'm not quite sure if I leave this one more irritated than I am depressed. That after educating everyone on that philosophy, that this is the look on her face. This is the attitude of benevolent racism. Okay, well, it's always a party around TED Excellence, so let's move on to the wonderful world of the bingo card. This is where I'm at right now. I'm going to go over the card one more time myself, and then I will take arguments for squares to be circled and see if we can get ourselves any bingos in between. All right, leaves out vital context. Let's see. I'm still wondering, was the name changed in a intentional slight? Right? Was she the only one disallowed from taking pictures of the president? Is she trying to turn that into the major victim territory, and she doesn't tell us that stuff? That's just one example, but that's the one that immediately comes to mind, so I'm going to take that one. Weightless example. Okay, this is the first bingo. Yeah, you know what it is? And I hate to double dip, but it's given how little material she gave us, I'm going to have to. The name change and the phone thing. At what point? Oh, actually, any of her example, I take it back. It doesn't even have to be those two. At what point did anything that she cited equate to tokenism? Nothing. Microaggressions, unconscious bias, those are abstracts. You can make anything into a microaggression. Allyship, well, you can call anything that benefits you that someone did for you allyship. At what point did anything that she described having happened to her qualify as tokenism? Nada. Zero. Zippo. Null.
Bingo. What? Of course!
Bingo number one. Let's move on. Feminism. No, not that I recall. Not specifically. or at least not with any frequency to make it. Childhood or family anecdote. Surprisingly enough, she never talked about her childhood. She never talked about her family. I was honestly kind of surprised. I usually, one of the classic openers for any particular TEDx is connecting with the audience and giving them a story about your childhood or some connection to your growing up or something. Yeah, okay, well, I didn't hear one. Sales pitch for product or service. Yeah. She was selling her services. She was selling her book. She never named her book. She never gave the name of her company or anything. But with as much as she was bragging about her accomplishments and her clients and everything else, anybody at that presentation, yeah, she was selling her services. She was advertising. So, patriarchy. No, well, you see, the only reason I hesitate is because in her hypothetical examples, which make all the sense in the world, Johnny, I'm assuming, because, a girl could be named Johnny. Johnny, I'm assuming, is a boy. Mm-hmm. And Casey, now Casey could be either one. So if she meant Casey to be also a boy, there could be an implication of like men know everything. But I think she referred to Casey as a girl or used the correct pronouns to indicate a female. So I'm going to skip that one. Wage gap. She talked about privilege and haves and have-nots. She talked about poor areas and so on. Privilege. I'm going to circle it because she did talk about in the abstract, but in the aggregate about the differences in class, more or less. That's kind of a wage gap. Word salad. Okay, did I get to a point where I was going in my brain? Did I understand what she was saying? Yes. Does that nullify or discount the possibility that there was word salad in this in total? No. Especially, really, the word salad to me was decrying racism while literally at the same time promoting racism. And I know that's contradicts Pointer argument, but it was so dissonant from one another that it wasn't just an inherent contradiction. It was an absolute, like I say, a nullification of itself. Anyway, I justified it to myself. Word salad. Okay. Can I click that? Yes. All right. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, here's the thing. She did say at one point that what's-her-name did get a DEI certificate. And having gotten a DEI certificate, well, obviously that means...
Oh, won't somebody please?
Bingo. B-I-N-G-O.
Okay!
Right?
We have our second bingo. All right. Systemic institutional. Okay. Now this is a big one because this one could conceivably equate to 3 bingos, but decidedly 2, right? So systemic institutional. This is such a pivotal square that I'm going to leave it for one of you guys to argue to me. Okay, I'm not going to try. I'm going to leave this to you guys to convince me because it has to be a good argument. And she never said systemic as far as I know. She never said institutional. So you're going to have to really sell it to me. Make something about race, sex, etc. for no reason. She had a reason. It's not a justifiable reason, but she had a reason. Were there any, were there any non sequiturs in there? Did she bring up something that never made an appearance again in the talk as far as a subject, motivator, or otherwise? And I'm hesitant to dip again into tokenism. I can't say. I'm going to need an argument for that one. And lastly, collectivize his own demographic. Yeah. The marginalized, as she was talking about herself, because she said, if only I'd had allies in my career, etc. And then she gives us that opening doors thing, which puts her in the same category. which means...
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Right?
Yeah!
All right. There we go. We have 1, 2, 3 bingos so far. I will now take arguments for squares yet to be circled. Please be sure to tag me in your comments so I can see it. If you've already put a comment up about it, please repeat it. And we'll see if we can get a 5, a quintuple bingo. That all depends on a very good argument. I'm going to hold the bar pretty high here. Okay, it's not going to be easy. You're going to really have to convince me. So systemic institutional, if you can do it. Let's see. Ryan R. She talked about the potential ally being a white person when it could be another race. I don't believe she ever classified Johnny or Casey's race. I'm sure you could have it implied, but I don't think you can say so. I don't know. Or maybe I'm missing. If I missed that. No name. Systemic institutional. The marginalized. We have a square for the marginalized. I need a bit more weighty of an argument for where in this we got systems and or institutional, etc. Okay, I need a bit more. I mean, I could think of an example, but I don't want to do it all on my lonesome here. Okay. Dylan Farnham, I missed the first 40 minutes. Can you start over for me? Okay, now I know Keeverdam changed her name. Lexi Mads, did you change your name? Okay, assuming that you're a new customer. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of TED Excellence, where Dylan Farnham is in the spotlight for his 15 seconds of fame. Congratulations, Dylan. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, any other arguments? Any arguments for systemic institutional? That really is the keystone at this point. Or perhaps make some, if you can think of a non sequitur. And again, I'm hesitant to go on tokenism again because I already kind of leaned into that a bit too much. Z Adewari says Keever is beaver now. Yes, Beaver Dam. Get it? Har 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 har. Burgid. Systemic institutional for the series of events she laid out, from the teacher, a member of an institution, to her job, a system. I'm only resisting because in the teacher example, she was talking about an individual and not something handed down by the school. And in her job, she was talking about outside parties having intervened, not her job itself. So, yeah. No. No name. She used the term the marginalized as a systemic applied term. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. That, okay. I will put it to a vote. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Everyone, and I need your honest assessment. Is the way and the context in which she used marginalized in this setting, does that constitute a systemic example? If you agree, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not think it meets that bar, given again, this is 2 bingos we're going to get. All right. If you don't think it's enough, put a 2. And be honest, I trust and rely upon your discretion and honesty. So 1 if you agree, 2 if not. Okay. I see a 1, I see a 1, I see a 1, I see a 1, I see a 1. From Alucard V, from Shell D, from Jamie Melquist, Mr. Tickletrunk, N the, what was that? N the Sinning Fish. Yes. Okay. And in the middle, Bridget has another one. There was a system in place to stop her from seeing the president. Also, her non sequitur occurred when she said, "You don't experience hardship based on your race." I don't know if that's a non sequitur, but either way, I think the number of 1s I'm seeing, or quan, if I'm saying that correctly, qualify. So on balance of the argument and on balance of your knowledgeable discretion, we have a double bingo.
Bingo.
What?
Of course!
Oh, won't somebody please?
Bingo. bingo.
Okay.
Right?
A quadruple bingo show. Oh my God. We have across the top. We have across the next to the bottom. We across the side, and up one in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bingos. Okay. This was, as you probably could tell by my demeanor and my tone and my concluding attitude, this was a decidedly uncomfortable, let's say. I guess I have to be, at this point, am I comfortable being uncomfortable watching TEDx's? I suppose I should be by now. I should have a thicker skin about the whole thing. I wholeheartedly disagree with our speaker's philosophy, promoted towards others. And certainly, at least in the context of this talk, her self-victimization. Victimization. If the best example she could come up with in her storied career are purportedly a teacher being mean and racist to her, and then the 2 otherwise minuscule, as she said herself, as microaggressions, incidents at the Barack Obama event, if that's the best she could come up with to place herself in a situation where she needs allyship, she is living on easy street. I tell you what. But obviously I have to assume not, because, anyway. With that, everyone, I'm going to call this one to a close. I hope you all learned something, or, sort of in the reverse, unlearned something, or at least became more knowledgeable of some of the arguments and argumentation that some in the media and elsewise are using these days to try to categorize and divide us, to work against one another rather than with one another. But c'est la vie. Programming note, there will be, unlike last weekend, a Sunday stream this Sunday, if you can believe it, at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, where I will, I'm thinking restorative justice or abolishing prisons, something like that as the subject. But that may change, as my mood tends to, between the days now and Sunday. So either way, you can find me here at that time for that. But until then, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you for your argumentation. Moderators? Boy, I am... Pepperjack, don't fail me now. Moderators, thank you so much for keeping an eye on things. Even though everyone here is so well behaved, you have very, very little to do. Everyone who donated, thank you so much for your generosity, either to myself or to the GoFundMes that are linked at the top of the chat box. Please take a look at those if you haven't already. Try to help out his kitten and the friends of Shady Grim. Appreciate it. And with that, everyone, thank you for joining me. I hope you are all safe and well. If you are not well, please get well soon, and I'll see you on the next one. I didn't hit the what the fuck button, so I don't have to circle the whole card. So don't chase me down for that. It didn't happen. It's not my fault this time. Okay?